Hello, Rangers and Master. Welcome to another part of the Sly Cooper and the Thievious Raccoonus. Not the. Go back, please. Please go back. I did not mean to hit whatever. In the last part, we stole the files from Carmelita Fox, and in this part, of course, we're gonna start our first mission. Let's go.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog. As a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Raleigh, who quickly became addicted to crime, was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, where his evil tinkering genius rose to new heights. The last reported sighting of this mad machinist was off the soggy coast of the Isle o' Wrath, a small island uncomfortably situated in the middle of the perilous Welsh Triangle.
Sly Cooper in. Tide of Terror. Our first chapter of the game, and this is going to be kind of tutorial-ish. It's going to get into some new, stuff, and, well, I'll talk about the challenges of the Let's Play. Well, mostly because I don't really talk about the challenges of the Let's Play too often, but we'll talk about that in a second. For now, destroy the sign, and in a moment, a cutscene should occur. And here you go.
Hey, Sly! I just spotted something that's going to complicate the mission. See that nasty-looking gate? It blocks the only road leading into Raleigh's hideout.
No problem. I'll just use my climb move.
Okay, but remember, you can only climb on certain objects, like pipes and ropes.
Yeah, sure. And like that ladder there?
That is correct. But do not forget, Sly. You have to get close.
Then hit the circle button to grab it. Yeah. Relax, Bentley. I live for this stuff.
Yeah, and that's what worries me.
Bentley doesn't really seem to have a lot of faith in Sly. Then again, he is kind of a coward. Which I wouldn't really blame him. If it was kind of in this situation, things would be weird.
Very interesting. The message you're using appears to be some sort of club. I'll decipher it here in the van. In the meantime, see if you can find any more clues. The more I have, the easier it'll be to crack the code.
Very nice. Those are clues. In this area, there are 20. They will increase in amount when we get further into the game, obviously. Now, he said to go on this ladder. We will do that right now, but that's not really what we need to do. And, crap. Come on, return to the freaking game. I don't know what button does that, but it happens. Ugh. But yeah, right here, we got some nice little stuff. Got some coins. There are some coins right there, but we can't really... Well, we can get them, but we really shouldn't get them, because if we do, things will be very, very interesting. Private die. Private die. You know, private invest... No. So, climb on these, things, and... actually, they would be more like trees, wouldn't they? Yeah, they would be more like trees. Get on this rope, press the circle button, and kind of moonwalk a little bit, or moon climb, I guess. And right over here, you get some nice little clue bottles. The clues are kind of scattered in certain areas, and holy crap, I always get caught by those guys. Well, I get caught by them, but their attacks actually kind of catch me, and that's kind of bad. The searchlights, it's acts similar to the lasers in the police headquarters. You do not want to get cut by them. Well, you can get caught by them once, but second time around, you're done for. Little mechanic right here. Checkpoints. This little thing will be your friends. Most of the time. I will talk about what I mean later.
According to my amphibio positioning system, that big blimp is where Raleigh is hiding out.
You know, that blimp looks more like a machine than a hideout.
You're right, Sly. That is a storm machine. It's the reason why it never stops raining around here.
That explains all the wrecked ships.
But why would Raleigh want bad weather at his own hideout 24/7?
Beats me. But rain or shine, I'm gonna steal my family's book back. And if Raleigh gets in my way, it's on.
So yeah, always raining around here. Oh, and flamethrower. Or fire breather, whatever. But yeah, it always rains here, and it's kind of strange. Though the actual reason is because of the wrecked ships right over there. He doesn't really want us to be here. No one, he doesn't want anyone to be here. It's, it is a hideout. You kind of need everyone else to, get the frick out. Dang it. Right here. An example of Sly's fragile body. I don't know the technical wording of that, but yeah, one hit, you're done. But there is an item later on that will help us if we get enough coins or if we actually stumble across it. 15, 5 more clues, and we'll get something good.
Nice job so far, Sly. To get over the next gate, you'll need to grab onto this hook using your cane. Just jump and hit the circle button.
Got it. Jump and hit the circle button to grab onto hooks.
Jumping and pressing the circle button seems to be a running thing in this game. You're gonna have to be... you're gonna have to get used to that. But it's not too hard to. Not really. Hammer dudes aren't really tough to kill. I always keep forgetting that these are inverted. Oh boy. This right here, I really hate this part. Mostly for a later section, you are going to be returning to these levels. Just saying. For a certain thing that we'll be talking about later on. Also, I really want... Actually, no. No, we'll come back later and get these coins. But for right now, I do not want to get caught. I really do not want to get... And I also don't want to get hit by this... Hit by those stars. Ugh. Woo! 3 more coins. I'm not going to risk that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And destroy this and get rid of the things.
That large vault has got to be somehow related to those clues and bottles you've been collecting. Bummer, you
Probably.
can't open this vault without finding the rest of the clues.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Bentley. Also, we got 100 coins and we got a horseshoe. Well, in this game it's more so called a lucky charm. These lucky charms are your free hit. So get 100 coins, get a free hit. Like them? I really do. We'll get that key later. The keys are going to be important, obviously, as any end level MacGuffin would be. Also, slide. Always showing off the moon climbing. Sly trademark. And this should be the last of them. Yes, they are.
Found it, Sly. That's the final clue to crack the code. Now find that vault and I'll give you the instructions.
Not too hard. Press the circle button and further vaults.
Led me to believe that the code for this vault is 792.
792. Very similar to Carmelita's vaults. Only the 2 and 9 are switched and 2 is a 3. Was it a 3? I don't know.
Sly, you found a page from the Thievious Raccoonus. This page teaches old Drake Cooper's fast attack dive move. Press the triangle button to use it.
there you go. We got our first move. You will want to collect every bottle. In order to do that, well, when you do that, you'll get a piece of the Thievious Raccoonus. Each one gives you either an ability or something really very useful. Not all of them are upgrades to your moveset. There's one in particular that makes things a lot easier, but we'll talk about that later. For now, smash this case and get the key. Very nice, and have a very cool pose along with that. And use the key to open that gate. Open that gate, man. Open that gate. And go into Prowling the Grounds, the hub world of this level. I'm not going to go too far into it, but...
That blimp looks like the most secured location on this boat. If Raleigh's really as smart as his police files suggest, then that's where I'll find him.
Wonderful idea, but your plan is flawed.
Why?
Because it's impossible to get near him. To access Raleigh's blimp, you would have to sneak through that high-voltage power tube. To do that without getting electrocuted, you'd have to destroy that power generator. And to do that, you need 2 more of Raleigh's treasure keys, which are heavily guarded.
Interesting. So when are you gonna get to the impossible part?
Fine, but I warned you. I've marked the areas you need to hit with holographic markers. Follow them to your objectives.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. It's your funeral.
It's really hard to not laugh at these cutscenes. I love the humor. Now, when do we get to the impossible part? Frickin' sly. We actually want to go to our map and go back to a stealthy approach. There are 3 icons right here. There is a key, there is a vault, and there is a third one. That is the time trial. If you want to 100% this game, which I am going to be doing, you have to go through the time trials. And I am going for the time trials. This one's not entirely difficult, so I am going to do this on screen, but these are going to replace the outros. Just giving you a fair warning. Basically, what these are the Master Thief sprints, and crap. One false move and you're basically screwed everything up. Or typically you have. With this one, it's not entirely difficult. Just get through it and you will be fine. Doing these basically requires mastering the entire level and using certain exploits to actually go through this level. I mentioned this part where it's going to freaking frustrate me. This part always screws me over. And you can't jump over that. Just say, yeah, crap. Sometimes the location of certain areas are going to be a little problematic, and I screwed this up. I was so close right there. Not the hardest thing if you give it a little bit, if you give it a little time and find out the right timing to get things done. Also, the moves you learn are going to be very beneficial as well. Just saying. Now, don't get caught by that. Yep, there you go. Like I said, I'm going to be completely quiet for these and replace them with the outros for these videos, because there's not really a lot to talk about when you're going through these levels a second time. So, I think it's just better for me to talk about them. And also have something covering the actual noise because for what you get for the time trials, it's actually quite interesting. You actually get commentary tracks, and the commentary tracks are for the levels you are going in. Very nice indeed. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, also, if you get caught by those, the time actually goes faster, so keep that in mind. The lights are going to be problematic. So just try to go through this as quickly and efficiently as possible. And try not to get caught. You can get caught by the enemies. That doesn't really affect anything. Just don't get caught by the lights and you will be completely fine. Now, speaking of enemies, going after this guy, always a problem for me. Not, okay, maybe not always, but you also want to take a few, like, small shortcuts. Like, go, like, in a straight line and not entirely curve. And always go, like, always have that line near a curve, if that really makes any sense to anyone. I don't know how this all makes sense. By watching this, I'm pretty sure you get the gist of this. And, oh boy. This will be a little tight. Ooh, this is going to be very tight. Dang it! Yeah, I'm also going to be restarting. For the outros, I'm only going to show my best attempt, which is going to be the last best attempt, obviously. But, yeah, just keeping that in mind. I don't really want you guys to watch how bad I am with the time trials. Okay, I'm not I'm not bad. I'm just, they're not the easiest things to do. They are essentially the time trials. And kind of mastering these requires a lot of skill, which is something I kind of lack, to be completely honest. I mean, for what I've been doing right here, it's not entirely, it's not entirely difficult, but I think the double jump actually helps with, the time, helps with your time. Oh crap, have to wait it out. Okay, I think that shit is off like a second. I don't know how I didn't get caught by that, but I will not. Oh right. Oh yeah, diving. Oh, the dive move. Oh, the dive move would have actually helped me. And time expired. Damn it! I was so close. Actually, if I used the dive move, I could have actually gotten that. And yeah. Okay. Alright. We're going in for it. We're going for it. Like I said, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to have all my attempts on camera, and I'm not going to do this with commentary. It's not really the easiest thing to... It's not the easiest thing to do. Just say, yeah. Oh, also, if you get hit by an enemy, that completely restarts your time trial. So, keep that in mind. But also, if you do get hit, you can also restart, and you don't lose a life. Just a little tip. Just a tiny little tip. Come on. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. there you go. I guess being quiet on those actually makes things a lot better. So, with that in mind, I think we've talked about basically all about every tutorial thing. We will get some new stuff later on.
Might be a good time to mention that hitting the X button twice will give you an extra high jump flip.
Thanks, Bentley. But yeah, I am going to be learning some new things, but that's basically all the basic stuff out of the way. So, with that in mind, I will see you guys in the next part of Sly Cooper and the Thievious Raccoonus. See you guys then.
So this is the approach leading into Raleigh's Store Machine boat. And this is one of the first levels of the game we made. And it has been gone over and over and over, and as the characters changed, as his jump length changed and jump height changed, this level got changed too.
Right.
And it's also sort of like the test bed for the lighting, right? Hokyo, you did all the lighting in the game.
Right.
What kind of stuff was going through your head when you were making this level?
Before I do any lighting, the artist, me and included other artists, we trying to get the right color palettes, you know, get the right mood of the time. The main goal that I was trying to do for this game was not making it too dark, but you still get the sense that you're at the nighttime.
Is it hard to do to kind of get a versatile set of colors going on to represent night,
Right.
but not be kind of Las Vegas-y?
Right. As you can see the game right now, you have tealish shadow all over. That is our shadow. Most of the game uses black as the shadow, but we have different lighting that can make the shadow. We can choose the color shadow. We can make it pink, blue, whatever color, and we can give the intensity and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of time consuming just trying which shadow works the best with these textures. That was the most time consuming was with the textures. Does it works well with the blue? You know, if it doesn't, then we slightly change the saturations or the colors of the textures. We did a lot of process on those in this level.
How many times do you reckon you went through this level and relit it?
Maybe more than 30 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is intense.
Yeah, because we're dealing with the fog and the shadow, and the most important thing is the brightness. If the game is too dark, everybody has a different TVs, so it might look very dark on some people's TV, and it might look very washed out, you know, very bright. So that was very challenging for me to making it, kind of getting it right, you know, the brightness.
You've got a really weird setup here at work where you've got your computer monitor and then 3 TVs right next to each other while you're doing your lighting. And it isn't, like, one is a bright TV, one's a normal TV, and one's a dark TV.
Right. The reason that I have a 3 different set of TVs, I wanted to see the game with really kind of washed, bright, and also very, very dark. So my goal is trying to make it all same with those 3 different monitors, trying to get it all same brightness and the colors.